Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Gulfstream Park here on Saturday. It is the 6th of December, 2025. Gonna look at the ninth race from Gulfstream, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Let's look at the ninth from Gulfstream, which is the H.Allen Jerkens Handicap. It's going for a purse of $100,000 here, race for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 8 horses staying the 3,200-meter journey or 2 miles on the Gulfstream Park turf course. Rails are out 31 feet. My top selection here, I'm going to go with the number 5 horse Coiled. I'm going to go 5763 in the superfecta. 5763 super. Top selection 5 horse Coiled. 3-year-old colt by Hardspun. Arnold Delacour trains Jorge Ruiz. Except the mount. They ran the horse most recently on the 20th of September at Laurel, mile and a half, and allowance race 51,000. The horse went with 3/4 of a length that day. He was very rank early on, but Victor Frasco settled him down. When he got to the front end, he quickened up a lot and he got the job done. With the blinkers on, where this horse does his better running style, he really improved that day. Back to a longer trip, getting 4 extra furlongs from his previous race. I think he could stay the trip well and get the job done. 3rd of September was his previous race at Colonial. Mile Inner Turf Course and allowance race 73,000 on 2 out without the blinkers that day. Finished 8th by 5.5 lengths that day, and he didn't have the best beginnings. He was wide, and I do think he needed the race. Like I said, it was his first in quite a bit of time. And that Keelan, a mile 3/16 in an allowance race back in late April, finished 6th by 4 lengths. He moved a little bit late. He wasn't going to win. I thought he got beat by a slightly classier horse on the day, but I've seen worse races. And then prior to that, Turfway, mile of main special wasn't by 2.5 lengths. He basically, came out clear coming from the back of the pack. Very good closing of victory. Trading well at Far Hills down in the south. Refreshing here at 8-1. I'll give him a shot on the ticket. I think the 7 horse here, Pedidal, for Miguel Vasquez and Elizabeth Davils going also. Ran most recently at Delaware over the mile on an optional 35, where he finished 5th by 3.25 lengths, where he's just, not really keeping the straight course, which cost him. I also think he won more ground. Didn't ran terrifically prior to that optional 35 at Delaware, going a mile 70, where he finished second by a neck, 20 cents of the dollar. He just missed late, but he just couldn't. He just got outgained by the winner at the wire. But his races over the longer trip prior to that weren't bad at all. Actually, ran against was previous trained by Fernando Abreu on the Naira and South Florida circuit, where he ran terrifically. Broke his main on this turf course over the mile 3/8 in March quite easily. Came back to run a decent third in the Pan American. Okay, not the world's best man award earlier this year, but had a decent third there. And then had a decent third in the Belmont Gold Cup, and came back to win place in a very nice allowance race over a longer trip at Saratoga over the summer. If you could run races like that, I think you win. 5-1, I'll give him a shot on the ticket. Do I think you're going to get 5-1 at post time? No, I think it's going to be like 3-1 or 5-2, something like that. But to recap my selection for the ninth from Gulfstream, it's H.Allen Jerkens Handicap. Going to take the 5 horse Coil to give kudos to the 7 horse Pedidal, where we 5-7-6-3 super, 5-7 in the multi race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.